up, you guys? It's Elena. Welcome back to my channel for another moment in my life. Happy 2019. This is basically my first official video of the new year. Last semester, as you probably tell, I didn't really upload much. I was insanely busy and I kind of had to put YouTube on hold for a bit, but I want to change that. I love YouTube and I love making this content to look back on, for my friends to look back on, and for new people to find. This is the very first time I'm using my brand new DSLR camera. It's a Canon Rebel SL2. If you've been watching my vlogs for the past 2 years, you know how much I've wanted my own DSLR camera, how I was saving for it, and finally, barely 2 months ago, I got my very own. I'll have a whole separate video about it. I'm so excited. It's beautiful. It's already helped me so much in my TV projects because I'm a TV production major, and I wish I had it sooner, honestly, but better late than never. Over winter break, I found some videos about bullet journals. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. What's that? A ton of YouTubers do it. They put together these bullet journals that are basically like their own DIY planner to keep track of things. I don't have a planner for this year and I need to keep track of everything. Why not create my own bullet journal? So today I want to share mine with you. So to start off, I first did research of what's the best notebook to buy for a bullet journal. I watched a ton of YouTube videos, did a lot of Googling, and the best one is a dotted journal. And so I got this off of Amazon for only $4.99. It came with a table of contents in the inside, after a page just for my name, of course. I'm not gonna use 3 pages worth, but it's cool that it has it. In the back, there's an envelope, or should I say a back pocket, which is cool, and it came with a little label that I'm probably never gonna use. Here are some of my materials. I have a fine print Sharpie, markers, colored pencils, which I didn't use. I have a pen, which is actually from my school. A ruler, which I have a ruler. And a pencil, of course. Pencil is the biggest thing. I highly recommend it. I did the entire January and February part of the journal so far all in pencil first, because I know I'm gonna make mistakes. The best way to do it is start in pencil, so then you'll just go over to marker. So to start out, I wanted to use a quote. It says, "Who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today." I found this, it was either Pinterest or Google Images. I don't remember which one, but I love it. And there's just something about using black and blue for quotes that I seem to enjoy. So I just wanted to start it off with something inspirational. This is gonna be my whole year. On these 2 pages, I have a key and then just a whole 2019 calendar where I could just randomly mark off different events and stuff. Just saw me flip to the very back. I was testing the markers to make sure it wasn't gonna bleed through before I actually go through with the bullet journal. Thankfully they didn't, but the Sharpie fine print did, so I only used the Sharpie on the cover of the book basically. But you see me filling in the key with different things. I don't know if I'm actually gonna use that calendar. I started to a little bit, but I don't think I will because, I don't know, I put a calendar for every month anyway. But it is good to have an overall calendar that I like to look at. I just don't think I'm gonna write anything on it or use the key. But I decided to use yellow because I wanted to fill it in, and it just works. I don't know, I kinda like it a bit. Looks pretty cool. So I decided to, I don't know, I was just mixing up my colors. I love black. I think black adds to the simplicity of it, but also professionalism. The red looked kind of cool, so I was like, let's go with red. And then, I don't know, just something about yellow. I'm really enjoying the yellow, but it's the best as a fill-in color when you're using markers, that's for sure, because you could easily write over it. So I'm just filling in the numbers, or the dates I should say. I'm just filling in the dates for every month, and then I messed up a bit so I had to use whiteout. But this is actually not bad to refer to. I kind of like having one solid layout of the year just to look back at. And then to end it off, I always just make sure to erase all the pencil markings at the end. So now we go to the next page. I have another quote. The trouble is you think you have time, which is very true. And then I made a little 2019 bucket list. The first one was go to Florida. The next 2 pages are 2019 goals. So I have a bunch ranging from like word of the year, personal goals, travel goals, just a whole different variety of spots where I can make different goals. Now, places I went. So I really want to keep track of when I travel to places, and I saw this on someone else's bullet journal where they also put their fave memory. So I think that's really cool. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna use it too. And then things to check out. This I like because I always get recommendations for stuff and then I kind of forget about it. But this is cool because I could write it down, so I definitely have to check out. But Toy Story 4 is something I want to, so that's why I put it down. Now, I realized I already used black and red for the previous page, but I was like, you know what, that's YouTube's colors. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it again, screw it. But this I liked, I saw in someone else's as well, of course. I got my inspiration from Pinterest and other bullet journal videos, was just making a list of, to keep track of my videos, because I wanna really get back into it. So now let's go to another quote. Every day is a new beginning. Take a deep breath and start again. This I really liked because now we're about to get into the month of January after having a layout for things I'll go back and fill out throughout the year. So this was really cool. And obviously I love black and blue. I wanted to use it again. So now we're in January. I saw people were using mood trackers, which is cool. You could look back at how you were feeling every day, and I actually ended up going back and filling this out, but you won't see it in the video. But it's kind of cool, just see how did you do that month? And I wanted my January theme to be stars. I just like stars and I thought it worked with January because wishes and goals, it's the beginning of the new year, and I enjoyed it. So my January page, the front cover, was a mixture of 2 different themes that I saw on Pinterest, and I just combined the 2, and I really like the Happy New Year because, you know, that's what January is about. It's the new year, you're celebrating it. Someone's theme was fireworks for January, and I thought that was cool, but I didn't want to use it because I want to say fireworks for July. But I like the purple and the yellow, that was pretty cool. So now that January's done, we're gonna move on to the January calendar. I took 2 pages just to make one calendar for January. So when I have events going on, I could just list them easily, but I don't have to write small details and stuff. Just quick and easy to do. And you could already see I have some stuff I wrote out and kept the theme as yellow and stars. So I'm just filling that in, but it's still nice and simple yet colorful at the same time. So next, I really wanted to do a weekly log. I always have so much homework or just things to do to write down, and just having plenty of space to do it and have it every week, each day, it was the best thing ever, and I'm so glad. Because I've never found the perfect planner with enough space, but also with every little thing that I've included in here so far. There's no planner that exists unless you make it yourself, which I'm really glad I did. And you can see right now I'm shading in behind the numbers of each day, and I'm really glad I did because it adds this cool 3D looking effect. Originally, I wasn't thinking of doing so, but then I asked my sweet mate Sydney, I was like, hey Sydney, because she's an art minor, and she was like, yeah, do it. So I was like, okay, cool, and I'm glad I listened to her. You can see I kept the stars theme up at the top of each weekly log. It was kind of silly that I made January weekly logs because most of January I was at winter break, so I wasn't doing anything, so it's just kind of there. But it works, it's okay, it's fine, because then I end up using February, which you'll see very shortly. But I do like that it was there, and I know for the future. I also like that little notes section I add at the end of each week, because there's always other stuff to write down, not just under certain days or future stuff. Like you can see I have a whole bunch right now. So I'm glad I did that because it's very useful as well. And it also took up the last bit of space that I needed to fill on that page. So we're at the end of January. You can see I had a lot of homework once we were back at school. Yeah, homework's homework, you know. Plenty to do always once you're back. There's never a day off. So I end January with a quote. Every picture tells a story, and I love cameras. I'm a TV production major, so I was like, let's find a good camera quote, and I like this a lot. I decided not to fill in a couple of the words because I thought it just added to how cool it looked. so I didn't fill in picture and story, and it just looked cool. So the last thing I did for January was January in review. I saw in someone else's bullet journal they did Polaroids of the year, so they had their favorite picture from each month at the end of the book, but I decided I would love to have one for at the end of each month. So I picked my 8 favorite pictures from that month. Since I take a million pictures anyway, I can never choose one per month, and I would resize them to the size of Polaroid since I don't have a Polaroid camera. I used the app Instance. This isn't sponsored by Instance. I wish it was. I wish it was. It made it look like a Polaroid, and I was able to add the date at the bottom, and then I just put them into Microsoft Word, made sure they were the right size, and then I printed it out at the school library on campus in color, obviously. And then since I measured correctly in the book, I was able to just tape them all in. Originally I was thinking glue, but the only glue sticks I had were that purple glue, and I didn't want that. So I just used tape, and then I was like, plus tape makes it feel like the scrapbooking vibe anyway, which is cool. So now I have a mixture of a scrapbook and a planner, and I could just see this whenever I want, and January really was a good month, so I was really happy about that. So now let's move on to February. I want to do a different kind of theme for every month, a different looking mood tracker. So obviously February's hearts, love hearts. There's just something about them that's just so precious and friendly. So I kind of messed up with the jar. I made more hearts than there were days in February. I saw this on Pinterest and I got really upset with myself because it didn't look just like the photo, which was beautiful, but it's okay, it's fine. There's just gonna be a few extra hearts in the jar. I won't beat myself up too much about it. And then since I was filming this now that it was February and it was like February 1st, I decided to fill in the first heart. It was a good day. It wasn't like the best day in the world, which is that dark blue purplish color, but it was a good day. So now for my February cover page, of course, another Pinterest thing that I saw, but I love it. It looks so simple but professional and cute all at the same time. So I was like, yeah, I'm going with this 100%. So now we move on to the February calendar. And obviously hearts is the theme, so the calendar is gonna be full of hearts. And it's really cute, but it has the same simplicity feel as the January one, where you see the theme, but it's not overtaking the actual calendar part of it, so there's plenty of space for me to put in the events. You could already see that I did. Now we're gonna move on to the first quote of February. We need to perfect the love, not perfect ourselves, which I saw and immediately became obsessed with. I was like, I have to use this quote, and it's also perfect for February. So I just made it all pink because February's all about pink when it comes to hearts, at least in my opinion. So now we're gonna move on to the February log. Now this one I'm obviously using because there's actually classes going on since it's February. And well, when I was filming this part, it was February 1st already. So I only have February 1st filled in with all my homework. But I can guarantee you now, when this video is being uploaded, all these other days are already being filled in completely with the homework assignments. And I kept my heart theme going up top, as you can see, but I also made it a little pattern when one was below, one was up high, and it just continued on like that. Very nice and simple. And I was afraid this notebook was actually gonna be too small because it's only like 5.5 by 8 inches. So I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be too small, and I was so afraid. But it's actually a perfect size. It's not too small, not too big. There's still plenty of space to write and draw in it. It actually worked out very well, and I was so nervous at one, but it was great. I'll leave the link down below in my description box. This isn't sponsored. I wish it was. Amazon, sponsor me. But no, this bullet journal is amazing. So we're ending off February. The quote I decided to use is, sometimes we just have to let things go. And I felt that was just a good way to end off February, since there's Valentine's Day and people are always worried about relationships and stuff, and it's just also a good reminder not to keep yourself stressed with the small things in life and just enjoy things. So lastly, obviously to end February is the February in review. It's just outlined right now since obviously it's still February, but when March comes around and I do the March video, you'll see what pictures I decided to use. which is really exciting for you guys. So look forward to that for sure. But yeah, that is my 2019 bullet journal, DIY'd completely, especially for college students. I hope you guys liked it and come back for more. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And if you're enjoying these college videos, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to check out all of my social medias, and I'll see you guys again very soon. As always, when in doubt, vlog it out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.